Let's now go ahead and dive in here to Tilden. I know you're probably busy. I know the 2026 season already started. Things have been hectic, but I'm excited for the NFR. And this week, actually, the list came out for a few East Texas Cowboys that are on it, and your name was there for the top 15 list for the upcoming National Finals Rodeo in Vegas. Hey, Tilden, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So I kind of wanted to just kind of touch base with you and run over your 2025 season highlights and then talk about the NFR. So I know you're not new to the NFR. How many times have you been?
This will be the 10th time.
Okay. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been a few years since I've been. It's funny. It's always exciting. It feels like the first time every time.
Awesome. So, with the NFR, obviously, we talk about the 2025 to 2026 season transition. It's a little different. It's not like a sports season where you kind of have that off season transition. Y'all still compete up to the National Finals Rodeo for the 26th season. Kind of tell me how that works for you being a bareback rider.
Yep. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think your service is kind of spotty. It's breaking up a little bit, but I think we're starting to get you back slowly. All right, everyone. So while we wait for Tilden to come back, I think he's slowly coming back with his service. Let's go ahead and take a look here at. Oh, there he is. He popped back up. Look at him. There he goes.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I was like, oh,
Should be
there he
good now.
goes. Okay, perfect. So
Yeah, I apologize.
as I was saying, your 2025 highlights talk about the North Dakota Rough Rider Cup, Colorado State Fair, Parker County PRCA Rodeo, and Clovis Heart of Texas. How does it kind of feel coming off of your 2025 season?
The season started off, going really fast. Things were going great. Won a good bit there right the first few rodeos of the season, and then there it kind of cooled off through the winter. Like the big winter rodeos didn't go exactly the way I wanted, and then spring seems like I got kind of hot again. And going out of the spring, it seemed like maybe it was going to be things were going my way, be kind of easy. The summer just came to a crawl as far as confident and winning. So it got kind of tough there. And then there at the end of the season, everything started picking up and going my way. The Rough Rider Cup there in Mandan was a big turning point. Having Stevie Nicks there at that rodeo for all that money is what really should have made the finals the last week or so. Was able to get a little bit done there in Sioux Falls and get over the hump and get qualified for the 10th NFR.
Well, Tilden, obviously going to the NFR is nothing new for you. How do you deal with the pressure of being in front of such a huge audience, time after time and after time since you've qualified and now you're going for the 10th time? Do you have any secrets that you'd like to share on how you deal with all the pressure?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a secret or anything, but I don't feel any more pressure out there than I do every time I ride. Just whenever I show up and put my hand in the rig, and I'm trying to get the most out of that horse, and the rest of it's out of my control. So I'll try to prepare and make sure I'm ready whenever I get there, and then just have a good time and enjoy it. I give it my all every night. You know, I set out at the beginning of every year with the intention of qualifying for the national finals. So every ride I make throughout the year in the regular season, I feel like I'm practicing for the national finals. So I've had about 53 rodeos to get warmed up here, and just excited to get out there and get on some great horses and ride for a lot of money.
So, are you still preparing for the National Finals Rodeo coming up in December? I know we have a little bit of time left. It's going to fly by just like this year has, but do you do anything special to kind of prepare before your competition coming up in December?
Just take advantage of the time home that I have to train and be in the gym and do that. Because when I'm gone throughout the season and I'm on the road, the training looks a little different to do quite as much. It's more maintenance than like really getting a good workout in. And so now that I'm home and I'm not competing as much, it's easier to go in the gym, get a good workout in. So I take advantage of the 2 months before the finals, and I don't ride as much throughout the month of October. I know I'll compete at the Hondo Rodeo probably more times before the national finals, and that'll be kind of the warm up for the riding, and then just on the gym side, just try to take advantage of the time home and the slower schedule.
Definitely. So, what's your favorite part about being at the National Finals Rodeo? I know you've been multiple times, but what's your biggest takeaway from, I guess, going and being a part of the lifestyle and, being in a competition that's as big as it is for the NFR?
Um, you know, one thing about the NFR that I think might be lost on some people is just how long it is. It's 10 days long, and it's not like, I mean, in theory you think a guy competes once a night and then you go home and come back and compete again the next night, and that is, I mean, that is the truth. But on the what really happens is you compete the first night and you start getting geared up for that 2 nights before, and then you're never off again until it's over. It's not like you just go home and turn it all off. On the first day, you're never really out of it until it's over. So it's a long 10 days, and it's fun, it's exciting, it can be a roller coaster. It can feel like it flies by as far as if it's going really good, it seems easy. If it's kind of going slow, it's a grueling week, but it's fun nonetheless because at the end of the day, you're riding at the national finals against the best guys in the world on the best horses for the most money you get to ride for anywhere throughout the year. You know, the Thomas and Mack there in Vegas is pretty special. The crowd is just right there on top of you, so the electricity in that building is like no other. So, I mean, it's a feeling you can't get anywhere else at any of the regular season rodeos, and I'm thankful to get to go out there and experience it again.
Awesome. Well, Tilden, thank you so much for joining us. And first of all, congratulations for being named to that top 15 list. And I'm excited. I'll be at the NFR for a day probably because I can't really stay that long, but I'm excited to kind of see you in action and compete there as well. So I wish you all the luck, and hopefully your family gets to go out there and support you as well. I know it's been kind of all over the place for this season for you, but I'm excited to kind of see what happens here for the competition.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
All right, thank you.